Hello there YouTube, and today I'm bringing you a deck profile video. It's basically an update of the last video, and I also wanted to see if this camera would make any difference, and it decided to work today, so I thought I'd try it out. So this is just basically the deck from the other day, but I've made a couple of changes, but I just didn't get time to video them yesterday, so I thought I'd do it today instead, because I'm just nice like that, you know. So, out that. Um, Okay, so as you can see, first things first, I kept the Chaos Sorcerers, but I dropped them down to 2. Let's deck out the way here. Just saying this will be a little shaky because I still haven't got a tripod, so yeah. So kept 2 Chaos Sorcerer because I really wanted to keep 3, but I couldn't decide what to take out for stuff, and I decided to deck will run faster without it. I went up to a 3rd Raikou because it's still so great, and I think if I go to a tournament now, I'll probably replace these with my gold ones. But yeah, 3 Raikou. Kept the 2 Monk. This monk is kind of a personal attack for me because at my locals and stuff, a lot of people don't like Thunder King or Lila, so I usually use summon the monk to go into Thunder King because it shuts down most decks that I play against, or Lila if I need a quick XYZ into Utopia. And then my wands, I've got 1 Deadly Dragon, 1 Lone Fire Blossom, 1 Spore, 1 Dandelion, 1 Sangan, 1 Veiler, 1 Leader, 1 Spirit. Level 8 is for the quick draw, by the way, because it could just make useful levels sometimes. 1 Gorse. This is all kind of standard stuff for this style of deck. Then 2 quick draw Synchron, and the last thing I added, 2 junk Synchron. For the junk Synchron, I took out a Lila and a Charge the Light Brigade, and for the extra Raikou, I took out the Chaos Sword. Junk Synchron just because I got a new card in my extra deck, you'll see in a minute, and it really helps make it, and it's just a really good card, and I can use it with like Raikou. It means I also have the option to side Frozen Fitzgerald if I want to. I haven't sided it yet, but I am very likely to do so because it is a really good card. Spells, I've got my staple lineup here, which is kind of self-explanatory. Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, 2 MST, Dark Core, Book of Moon. Why not? They're just really good cards. Pair of Enemy Controller, because this card is just... I just really like this card because I can abuse my opponent with it, or I can use it as a defensive option, so it's kind of versatile. Mind Control helps with your opponent getting rid of opponent's monsters and synchroing. 1 for 1, Foolish Burial, Pot of Avarice, and Scapegoat. These are kind of self-explanatory for this build as well. 1 for 1 grabs Spore and Effect Veiler. Foolish Burial lets me put what I want in the grave, usually Dandelion. But I can use it if I've got Sork in hand, so I haven't got any light types in the grave or any dark types in the grave. I can put one in there. Avarice, because it just lets me get the... If I get some bad mills off a Raikou, I can put some of the monsters back. And Scapegoat, just extra tokens, really useful for that. And then have 1 Solemn Judgment, 2 Solemn Warning, 1 Torrential, and 1 Trapdoor Shoot. They're my staple lineup for traps, and that brings the entire deck up to 41 exactly. So yeah, as you can see I have missed changes. I'm not sure what I want to change this deck. I don't really want to run Doppel, because I don't know where I'd put it in. I think it's going to pretty much stay like this now until the banned list. Going into the extra deck, I'm just going to hang on. It's all out of order because someone's pinned in my box. Yeah, as long as I put the XYZs at the back, it'll do. Right, so I have 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon, 1 Army Arm, 1 Black Rose. These are all kind of self-explanatory to what they do. Colossal Fighter because it's just a good card, and my friend uses Remove from Play Dragon deck, like the new Dragon deck, and he runs Jane, and Jane often, he usually gets 2 Jane in grave, and that basically makes Colossal Fighter a beat stick against everything he runs. He doesn't really run any like spell trap destruction for monsters, so he kind of just like pummels into it, and then Colossal Fighter kind of tanks back, and because of Colossal Fighter's effect, I can keep bringing it back onto the field. So I run him for that. I also just like Colossal Fighter. He's a good level 8, and with Synchron as well. There's another warrior. One drill warrior because of obviously quick draw, and it's broken. It can just keep a loop going. One formula Synchron. One junk destroyer. One junk archer. One junk warrior. This is because of junk Synchron. I've got rid of Gardener, by the way, because it was part of a trade to get the next card. But I think, to be fair, with the card I got, I would have taken out Gardener anyway, because I got Hyper Librarian. I kept that in because if I've already made Hyper Librarian and draw into another Junk Synchron, I can make Junk Warrior, so it's just as good. And it gets me the extra draw if I've already made Librarian. So I always go into Librarian first, but then I've got Junk Warrior as another option, so. One Librarian, one Iron Chain Dragon for Debris and Roiko if I need to, and it's a good card. Against some decks it makes them mill. One Stardust Dragon, and then 3 XYZ monsters, which are Utopia, Leviair, and Leviathan. See, I replaced the Leviathan with the Broken Borders, finally, so it's so good. Now, Leviair, I found, I've got some really good combos off it in this deck, because I've been able to remove, Summon a Monk and T-King for Chaos Soaked, and Summon Leviair and bring T-King back or something, which is pretty cool when I can do it, so I quite like Leviair in here now. And moving on to the side deck, I have 2 Bottomless Trap Hole, and 2 Dimensional Prism, just because they're good against so many different deck types. Extra MST. 2 more Leeching the Light. Not so sure about these anymore because Hyperion isn't too popular, but because of BLS it's still a really good card. 1 Thunder King, 1 Doomcow, pretty much to make 4 Thunder Kings in the deck. Doomcow's really good, Thunder King's just great. I don't really have to usually side the 3rd T-King because of Summon Monk, but it can be nice to side if I need to. 2 Cyber Dragon and 1 Fortress for those annoying machine builds, because it's never a bad way to get a high beater out. An extra Spirit Reaper, because Spirit Reaper is just a really nice card, and sometimes you need a second one, against Rabbit and stuff. And then 2 Caius. The Shadow Monarchs. These are my last side. I kind of like using them against Dark World and stuff. I used to main Tengu, Plants, and with this build I can honestly just go straight back to it if I wanted to. It wouldn't be too much teching about. But yeah, that's my deck update. Hopefully you can actually hear me this time because obviously I'm using a better camera and stuff like that. And I'm hoping you enjoy this deck type. Just wanted to... Have I still got it in here? No, I haven't got it in here. Don't worry about it. That's the Chaos Sorcerer and the charge I moved, by the way. I was going to talk about the new field spell for the Dragon's Collide. How I have been siding it and trying out siding it in some decks, and it helps if you come up against a rogue RFP matchup. Because only if you're really running a light and dark deck, but you can still get a game from it. They can remove I don't know, something big that you need, and you just drop it back on the field, and it's just oh yeah, by the way. But yeah, anyway, that's my deck profile YouTube. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll be doing some deck videos with camera soon, and we can talk about how well this deck's doing and stuff like that. Also, I will be posting a trade binder later because I finally have a decent trade binder set up. Okay, thank you YouTube. Red7394 signing out.